Let's talk a little bit about spread building. Spread building, we know, is extremely important to any option trader. We spent a lot of time customizing our spread building capabilities, and I'm going to show you two distinct ways to build your spreads. The first and sort of the more basic or the more fundamental way is to use strikes. So if I know, for example, that I want to build a 63-64 instrument, I can click on those on the 63 and the 64 strikes with a single left click. Up at the top here, once I click on the strikes, you can see every instrument that can be, every spread that can be created using those strikes. Call vertical, put vertical, strangle, risk reversal, etc. 1 by 2. Every listed spread that can be created with those two strikes is available to you. Now, most of these are displayed in gray. What that means is that that spread is not yet listed on the exchange. We will still provide the theoretical value here. So the 63-64 strangle, for example, has not been listed on the exchange, or has not been quoted on the exchange yet. It is not a listed spread, but we'll still give you that theoretical value. The put vertical, on the other hand, P-vert, is highlighted in white. That means that this does exist on the exchange. So if I select my P-vert, it will open up my spread builder, my floating spread builder, and we can see the legs that I've created. So I've got the 63-64 put spread in here. My abbreviation is listed above, each leg listed below, so you can see the market and the theo on each leg, as well as the market and the theo for the spread as a whole, and the Greeks that go along with that. Because this is listed and there is a bid and offer here, I can single click on either the bid or the offer to open up an order ticket and execute directly from there. In the case that we're looking at a spread that is not listed, for example, I called out the strangle. This would be an unusual strangle to trade, but just as an example, if I were to pull up the strangle, we will show you the theos and Greeks on the legs, the theos and Greeks for the spread, but what you'll see here is there is no bid ask because this is not yet listed at the exchange. Now, in my internal environment, I'm unable to send an RFQ to the exchange. When I click it, you'll see that the RFQ failed. However, when you are using this and you're connected directly to the exchange, clicking the RFQ will send a request for quote to the exchange. You will get a market back from any market participants, and that strategy is going to show at the top of our option strategies component. It will pop in there. This RFQ button is red because my RFQ failed, according to my notice here, as I said, because I cannot connect to the exchange from our internal environment. So that is expected. If an RFQ is successful, this button will turn white and you will see a returned market from the return bid and ask from the market, as well as size. You certainly are not limited to 2 strikes, of course. If I add a 3rd strike here, now I've got a different selection of available spreads. Most notably with 3 strikes, probably a put butterfly is what I'm looking to trade here. So we have listed sort of in the order of most commonly used. We'll see the butterfly, ironfly, and then of course we get into the lesser traded spreads like Christmas tree, a 3-way, etc. But no matter how many strikes you select, we will allow you to build a spread from there. If I were to select another strike here, you'll see that this configuration does not fit any listed spreads. This would be a generic spread. Now, I could certainly pull that up and take a look at what if I have some sort of odd strategy like this where I want to trade in whatever configuration. Let's say I want to buy the butterfly, so I'm going to buy 1 by 2 by 1. Versus, let's say, 3 of those 68 half calls. Right? So I can create whatever custom spread I want here, and we will update it as a generic here. We will give you the theos and Greeks for the spread, whether or not it's a supported spread type at the exchange. So spread building by strike. can be useful in that sense if you want to look at the various packages that are available using your strikes. What most professional options traders will prefer is to build by theoretical value, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This is most useful when you know exactly the structure that you want to trade and in exactly the ratio that you want to trade it. So I'm going to build a put vertical that I know is listed on the exchange. I'm going to build the 65-68 put vertical. Now I can go around that entire process of identifying the spread type by clicking on the theoretical value. So I am going to left click on the 68 put theoretical value. That indicates a buy. And as soon as I do, you see that our floating spread builder is launched immediately. I'm going to right click on the 65 put, which will indicate a sell. So when I add those two legs, we can see I'm buying one, selling the other. We know right away, we can identify that this is a put vertical. And because this put vertical does exist on the exchange, we see right away the market on it. I can, from here, manipulate my spread further. If I want to add another leg, maybe I want to buy a 61 put against that. That's a single left click on the 61 put, and you'll see our ratio is added there. This is now a generic spread. But I can also very easily turn this put spread into a 1x2. So right now it's a 1x1 vertical. If I right click again on that 65 put, that's going to increase my quantity to 2. And this is now a put 1x2. We do recognize the spread type. This 1x2 is not listed on the exchange, so we don't see a market on it yet, but this could be RFQ'd and traded